right.
Okay, we're going to move on to the tea in the streets for today.
Oh, God, we got some.
Yeah, first we got to cover that behind. I'm going to put a disclaimer. BRB.
Yes.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
That disclaimer was brought to y'all by Christian. He used to be an employee here.
I was going to say that is an excellent disclaimer.
and you have covered all the bases, haven't you? So that voice, I know that voice sounds familiar. That is Christian. Okay,
Yes.
give it to us.
So the tea in the streets for today is, so we have the Super Bowl coming up.
Mm-hmm. Please don't do Taylor Swift.
It's Taylor Swift.
It is.
Okay,
Talk to your wife about that. She asked
Go
for that
ahead,
one.
go
All right,
ahead.
Yes.
what's the tea?
What's the tea?
The tea here. There's a little bit of tea. I'll let Miss Carter go in on some of the other tea.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, so I
Go
have
ahead.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce sparked controversy before the Super Bowl. So because they're dating, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, right?
Right.
Yeah. Y'all know I don't know anything about sports. Even when I do my research, I still get lost when it comes to sports. And you know, her being Taylor Swift, she's more than just a famous person. Like everyone knows who she is.
Right.
And you know, I think what's coming into play, because we all know that the Super Bowl and football can kind of get political.
Everything is political.
Everything is political, and I don't know why sports has to be political.
Only thing is not political is Brother Carter and Val's marriage. How about that?
That's right. Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's sparking some controversy because of Taylor Swift's beliefs, which is funny to me because what I see on the media is kind of like the liberal side says that she doesn't say enough. And so then the conservative side is saying that she's super liberal, which is, yeah, I don't know why it's bringing controversy to the Super Bowl because they're just a couple that's dating.
Well, I think it's more than that. That wasn't my tea. But did y'all see it? Allegedly, there is a scandal out there that his ex-girlfriend.
Who is his?
Her boo thing.
Kelce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Travis Kelce.
He was actually giving her money, and you know they were dating. He would give her a nice allowance, and so they're Taylor Swift and him and her are kind of feuding a little bit. So you know, I'm just kind of over it. I think that they just I think it's overshadowing the players.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you know, they're making this whole thing about Taylor Swift and him like the whole focus of the game, and I think it takes away from all the players that have put their
working hard.
Hard and put their whole fight into, you know, their bodies, everything, and their sacrifice into the game. And you hear more about them than you hear about the players. So you didn't know this.
So what's the political part of this?
Well, the political, because each side of them, you know, Democrats and Republicans, whatever side you're on, have something negative to say.
Right.
You know, but what I wanted to really shout out this morning is that we actually have a family member by one of my husband's cousins that played for the Chiefs.
Oh.
And so now let him give that name. He's retired from there. But I wanted to say this is that they put a lot into going out there practicing, you know. Yeah. It's a lot of sacrifice that these players, athletes put on their bodies, on their families, being away from their families. And I'm not here to say whether they're doing something right or wrong, but what they are doing right is they're sacrificing their body and their time. And you shouldn't take something like this to overshadow their work. And so I'm kind of over the Taylor Swift thing. And so for me, I wanted to kind of...
You know how many followers she has?
I don't care. What I want to do is...
You can't get away from that.
Well, what I want to do for the Love and Victory show is put it to rest. Because I want...
Well, what you bring it in?
Let me say
okay.
Brother Carter, what I want to say is let's go ahead. The people that are out there working, because all I'm seeing them doing is kissing in the booth. You know, let's go ahead and give some shout out to the people that are out there on the field, the coaches, the players, doing what they do, the whole team.
I think that's kind of what happens when two successful people who are like well known in their different areas, right? Because not necessarily everyone who knows Taylor Swift is going to know Travis Kelce and vice versa. But like, I think that's kind of what happens is like the worlds kind of collide. And I think that can be difficult, you know, in any relationship. Like I have my own notoriety over here and then you have yours over here. And then they start to blend. And now Taylor Swift fans are becoming Chiefs fans. And
I have to wonder, is it really for the hype or is it really a relationship or is it more for the hype?
for like,
Yeah,
views.
like
Well,
it's a hype
you know,
for sure.
jump on in here, Christian.
Yeah, like, if you think about it, they're two massive stars. Like one is a major athlete, the other one is like the biggest pop star, you know?
Yeah.
But really, when you dig down deep into it, like beyond the political controversy
Yeah.
or, you know, it's things like that, this is a play by like the NFL
Yes.
to get as many people
Yes.
watching the Super Bowl as possible. Taylor Swift brings a whole audience to the game that would, I mean,
Normally
wouldn't
wouldn't
even
be.
look.
yeah, I mean, the Super Bowl itself is just such a big event where, you know, people who don't even watch football watch the Super Bowls.
Right.
They like the commercials and they like the, you know,
The
it's
halftime
entertainment.
show.
yeah, it's a big cultural event for people in America. And, you know, people get so mad at, I've seen it like online and everything, people talking about it. People get so mad at Taylor Swift
Mhm.
as if she's doing anything. You know, she's just dating somebody.
Mhm.
Where people's anger is misplaced. People should be mad at the media
Yes.
Mhm.
for putting such a huge focus on this relationship when, you know, like you said, like it should be about the players. And,
Mhm.
you know, for me, it's like, I'm a football fan. So
Yes.
I kind of just tune that out. I care about, you know,
What's happening on the field?
yeah, you know, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid,
Yes,
you know, like
yes.
Christian McCaffrey. You know, I care about the players and everything and the storylines that revolve around the football aspect.
Mhm.
But, you know, there are people who like
Live for this.
they will tune in to watch and see, oh, you know,
They want to
there's-
see them kiss.
Yeah.
there's Taylor Swift, like, you know,
This is so silly. to
They
me.
want to see if Janet Jackson will lose a shirt again.
Okay, there you go. We're turning this over to Justin. Doug.
I think it's all about money.
Yes.
Anytime there's a massive media blitz about something, it's just like Christian's saying, somebody is gaining something out of this. Otherwise, they wouldn't give it any time. So
Right.
this is about selling advertising.
Yes.
And I hate that people keep getting duped by that over and over and over. Because
That's
really, nobody cares about Taylor Swift's relationship with no matter who it is, right?
Who it is,
Like,
exactly.
nobody cares about anybody else's relationship. We care about our own.
Yes.
So this is, I think, you know, this creates the sense that everybody cares just because it's what you're seeing all over Facebook and the rest of your social media and the news and all that. But that doesn't mean anybody cares about it. That's just what they're showing you.
That's
Yeah.
just
Gotta
what
keep
they're
that in
showing.
Just a marketing strategy, just like advertising Christmas or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
To
That's
get
right.
you out.
And they
It's to
started
dig in your pocket.
and they started their relationship, I think it was maybe back in like October or November. So they had that build up going. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To
Mhm.
build up hype.
Yeah.
It compares also to when J-Lo was with the baseball player too. They
Mhm.
said they will always bring up controversy between their relationship whenever they were in baseball finals or
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
And then what ended up happening is J-Lo went back to Ben Affleck anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's honestly just media strategy and
That's-
it's kind of boring.
I think we're in this atmosphere where we're looking for the power couples. Everybody want to be a power couple now.
Yeah.
They want to take
They
the
wanna
place of
be a-
Beyonce and Jay-Z right now.
Oh
So.
God.
Yeah.
I know that if I was Kelce, I would be wanting everyone to know I was dating Taylor Swift. Like, bring those cameras over here.
And I even like had this conversation with somebody, like when I was talking about how worlds collide. When you date someone who is powerful in their own right, you gain a whole new amount of people to admire you. Like even with like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, right?
Mhm.
Obviously they're not together anymore. And I've always known who Kanye West was, and I've like known his music, but I definitely am a Kim Kardashian fan. So when they got married, I was like, oh my gosh, like now I'm gonna listen to Kanye West, like I'm gonna buy Yeezy, all these
Oh,
things.
God.
So it's like introducing,
Oh God.
you know, a
Yes.
whole new audience to yourself. So
I
I think
agree.
there is like a kind of media benefit to it,
Yeah.
or even financial benefit.
I
to
think
it
a
as
lot of
well.
these, and that goes back to the arrangements of the relationship.
Right.
With that being said, let's take a couple of. Well, heck, first of all,
I have a couple
I'm going to
comments.
give a shout out. She got the answer to the riddle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
she did. She got it right.
She did. Let me pull it up for you.
Oh.
She got the answer. So the riddle was, let me read it again. It says, you see a boat filled with people, yet there isn't a single person on board. There isn't a single person on board.
Oh my
And she got the answer. They are married or engaged.
Oh,
It's a couples retreat.
Since we're talking about couples.
That's a good one. Okay.
And then in regards to the tea in the streets, and then we'll go on. Stephanie Burrell said, agreed, the narrative is tired.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin said, behind every controversy, there must be one person who is gaining something from this.
Yes.
Yes.
And we know who that person is, although
Those people.
those people are, and it's
Yeah.
just about the money.
Hmm.
So